Craig, let's start with your top 10 prospects for Montreal. Who are the key players and what grade do you give this group?
I give the grade an A- because there's quality NHLers in the top 4 of that group. Cole Caufield ties for the NCAA scoring lead amongst freshmen. Ryan Poehling, a really good two-way center. He's going to find his way. Primo needs another year in the minors, but he looks like a real bona fide NHL goaltender. And then 5, 6, 7, a lot of talk about left shot defensemen. They have them on the prospect shelves. Now they have to wait a little time to open up that cupboard. But they don't have to open up the cupboard and wait very long for Alexander Romanoff, a real prominent defenseman, and the anticipation for him is off the charts, as it should be. He's a well-rounded defenseman who can play in every single area of the game. He takes the initiative. He has a boldness to his play. It reminds me a lot of Boston Bruins defenseman Charlie McAvoy.
Meanwhile, you mentioned Cole Coffield. He was the Habs' first-round pick a year ago, and it was the continuation of a 20-year trend for the Montreal Canadiens in terms of picking American-born players. Take a look at this. Montreal has selected 11 Americans in the first round this century, more than double the amount of Canadian players taken. Americans represent 50% of Montreal's 22 total players taken in the first round since 2000. But let's get to this draft coming up in just a few weeks' time. Craig, you think the biggest need for Montreal is goal scoring. We asked the fans who they think they should take at 16th overall, and here's who the fans voted for. It came down to a tie between Dawson Mercer and Hendrix Lapierre, both playing for Chicoutimi. Craig, you see what the fans think. Who do you think the Habs should take at number 16?
Dawson Mercer, because of the goal scoring, a really well-rounded offensive player. Reminds me of Blake Wheeler, and because of Suzuki and Kotkaniemi's emergence, I think that he's a nice fit. He can make plays, he can score goals, a very competitive player with size that I think would be a nice addition. Further to that, Glenn, on October 2nd and October 4th, these two teammates in Chicoutimi will begin their Quebec League season. So if you want to break the tie, you can go and watch those two games, and you can bet there'll be a lot of NHL scouts doing exactly that.
Yeah, never a bad thing to get one final look at these players. On Tuesday, we'll continue our draft primers with Craig as we take a closer look at the Ottawa Senators.